boys and girls, parents and carers, welcome back to Funky Fabulous Fun Phonics. Today's lesson is the last one for focusing on phase 4. From next week Thursday, I will be introducing you to phase 5. We will be following the letters and sounds. In today's lesson, I will be going over some of the kind of words which we have learned to read over the last couple of weeks. Words including consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant words, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant words, high frequency words, 2-syllable words, and tricky words. Let's start off with a quick review of reading examples of these words in yes/no questions. So I've got 3 questions to show you. I'm going to read the questions and then I'm going to show you the answer, which would either be yes or no. And then you're going to have a go at reading the last couple of questions. You're going to show me thumbs up if you think the answer is yes, thumbs sideways if you're not sure, and thumbs down if you think the answer is no. Here we go. So I'll do the first question. Did a shark ever jump up a tree? Did a shark ever jump up a tree? I don't think so. I don't think sharks can jump up trees, so the answer's no. Here's the next question. Can a clock get cross? Can a clock get cross? What do you think, girls and boys? Do you think a clock can get cross? No, I don't think so. So the answer's no. What about this one? Can letters have stamps stuck on them? Or notice our 2-syllable word there, letters. Can letters have, it's a tricky word, stamps stuck on them? Well, if letters didn't have stamps stuck on them, would they be able to get to where they need to get to? I don't think so. I don't think the postman will post those letters. So the answer is yes. Now I'm going to show you 2 questions and you are going to show your parents, because I can't see you. So you're going to show your parents either yes, not sure, or no. So here's the first question. Read the question carefully in your head or aloud. It's a tricky word here, be careful with this one. I think we looked at this word yesterday. Show your adult the answer. And here's the next question. What do you think about that one? Show your adult your answer. Okay, that's great. Now we're going to move on to the main learning objective for today's lesson, which is looking at examples of high frequency words again and tricky words. Now we're going to read an online story together, which is called What Did You Put in My Lunchbox? In this story, you will spot many CVCC, CCVC, high frequency words and tricky words. Please don't forget to read the text which appears on the first page after I have clicked on the picture on the second page. So after I have clicked on the picture on the second page, you will see on the first page text which appears at the bottom of the first part of the text which you would have read. So don't forget to read that bit. Have fun. Google Phonics Play. Click on Phonics Play Phonics Game Planning Assessments. Click on the green button at the top. And as I mentioned before, the government has given us a temporary username, which is March 20, and a temporary password, which is home. So you need to log in with those details. And at the top you will see home, resources, teachers, parents, FAQs. If you click on resources, go down and move along to phase 4, click on phase 4, and then you need to scroll down until you reach the last activity, which is an online book called What Did You Put Inside My Lunchbox? It's this one here. It's an interactive storybook. If you click on it, scroll down again, click on Start, and scroll down a bit so we can see the whole text. There we go. So I'll read the first couple of pages and then you can take over. My mum puts odd things in my lunchbox. She thinks yum. I think yuck. Monday. A thick, fresh sandwich. Let's click on the sandwich and see what happens. Ugh. With shampoo in it. Tuesday. A carton of cool milk. Oh, nice fresh cold milk. But yuck, with pink shrimp that swim in it. Oh, how awful. Let's see what's on the next page. Right, now it's your turn. What's the next day after Tuesday? It's don't forget your consonant clusters. What's the next day? Oh, yuck. Let's click on the picture and see what happens. Oh, horrible. Let's read the last 2 pages together, children. Next week, I will pack my mum's lunchbox for her. Now, what shall I put in it? There's mum's lunchbox. In yesterday's lesson, we learned about tricky words and high frequency words. Let's start off by having a look at high frequency words. Do you remember how high frequency words are different to tricky words? Yes, high frequency words are common words which are found in many written texts such as books and magazines. High frequency words are also words which can be easily sounded out. So I've got some here to show you. We had a look at this word in yesterday's lesson. Went. Just. This one is a phase 5 grapheme, the W and the H. So it's a phase 5 sound which you will learn later on. So the W and the H makes a n. When. Tricky words, on the other hand, are words which cannot be easily sounded out. In yesterday's lesson, I talked about using mnemonics as a strategy for reading tricky words. It makes it easier to remember what those words say. So here is one that we didn't look at yesterday. O-N-E. If we try and sound this word out, it would sound like a O-N-E. One. But it doesn't say one, it says one. So I've put a zigzag all the way around the word because all of the letters in one are tricky. The first letter in one sounds like a W. The second letter sounds like a and the last letter in one sounds like a N. So all of these letters are tricky letters. Do you remember this word from yesterday's lesson? That's right, it says said. Now said is another tricky word. I've put a zigzag around the A and the I because these are the tricky bits in the word which we cannot hear. Yesterday I showed you a short video of using mnemonics for remembering how to read said. And the video showed you S for Sam, A for and, I for I, and D for danced. So if you remember said, try and remember the mnemonic Sam and I danced. Do you remember this word from yesterday? This word says little. The U can be sounded out, the I can be sounded out, the T can be sounded out. But it's the last two letters in the word which is difficult to hear in the word because it's the L and the E. It sounds like it should be a E and a U rather than the other way around. So that's why I've put a zigzag around the L and the E, because the word is little ending with L and E. Now children, I am going to sing along to a song to help us read some of those tricky words. Please feel free to join me if you want to. Inside my tricky hat, I have got some tricky words. So each time I sing along to the song, I'm going to pull out one of those words and you're going to help me read the word. Okay? So here we go. Izzy wizzy, let's get busy. What's the tricky word today? And the tricky word is come. Izzy 1. Maybe you could think of a sentence for each of those words. Have a go at writing your sentence with those words. Now it's your turn to have some fun. You are going to play a tricky word game on Phonics Play. The aim is to see how many tricky words you can read correctly in the given time. Take your time and good luck. Google Phonics Play. Click at the top where it says Phonics Play, Phonics Games, Planning Assessments. Remember I told you earlier on that the government has provided us with a temporary username and password. So if you click on the green button at the top, and that will take us straight into Phonics Play. And what you need to do is to type in the username, which is March 20, type in the password, which is home, click on login, and at the top you will see home, resources, teachers, parents, FAQs. I'd like you to click on resources, go down, move along to phase 4, click on phase 4, and then scroll down to tricky word trucks. Click on tricky word trucks. And this is quite a good game for recognizing tricky words. So it's a really good way to test how many words you can read in a certain amount of time. So if you click on start, click on phase 4, tricky words. There's also phase 4 high frequency words, but we're going to do the phase 4 tricky words. If the word is read out correctly, you click on the tick. But if you haven't read the word correctly, then you tick on the cross. And your adult will be able to support you with this. So you will know whether you have read the word correctly or not. So we're going to click on next. Choose a route. So I think we'll go to the mountains. Choose a truck. Oh, I like this truck, so we'll stick with this one. And then choose a colour. And the colour which I'm going to choose is green. And then click on go. Get ready. Notice the time up there. Do. Little. Come. Were. Some. Fair. One. So, now you have a go, children, and see how many words you can read. Fantastic, well done. I assumed that you read all of those words correctly. If not, you can always go back and play the game on your own. Okay, once you've done that, you can either play the game again with the same words, or you can restart the game and returning to the beginning. Finally, children, before I say my goodbyes, we are going to practice writing a sentence with a high frequency word and a tricky word. And the high frequency word and tricky word which I have chosen is went and won. So I need to think about what my sentence is going to be. Let me have a think. I've thought of a sentence. My sentence is going to be, one little boy went to the shops. One little boy went to the shops. So I'm going to say that sentence again. One little boy went to the shops. Can you say that sentence to your adult? Okay, let's model writing that sentence. So, can you remember what the first word is? That's right, it's one. Now, one is one of our tricky words. Doesn't begin with a w, it begins with a o. Okay, so maybe you might want to think of a mnemonic for remembering how to spell one. One little, it's another tricky word, it. Remember the at the end is a L and a E rather than an E and a L. One little, and then we leave our finger space. Actually, I think I'm going to go on to the next line because I've got more space to write my next word, which is boy. One little boy, finger space, went, w, e, n, t. Got a consonant cluster there. One little boy went to, it's another tricky word. Sounds like it ends with a oo, two O's, but it's one O. Went to the, we've got lots of tricky words in this sentence. The is a and a E. So the tricky part in the word is the E. One little boy went to the shop. Don't forget the s at the end of shops. Full stop. Now let's read our sentence through again. One little boy went to the shops. Now I would like you to have a go at writing your own sentence either in your notepad or on your blank piece of paper. The two words which I'm going to give you to include in your sentence is little and just. So you've got the tricky word little, remember the spelling for little, and just, which is our high frequency word. Adults, please don't forget to support your child with their sentence. And that's it for today's lesson. So don't forget to upload sentences, activities, anything that you've done in today's lesson and post your learning to your teachers' email addresses. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you next week when I will be introducing you to Phase 5. Have a good week. Bye.